Who would your financial advisor call if they were concerned about your mental capacity? Here now is Robb Bassett, a financial industry professional, to explain the benefits of having a trusted contact on your side. Robb, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So what is a trusted contact, and how might that be different than a power of attorney?
Certainly. So a trusted contact is an individual that either your advisor or your firm can reach out to if they have concerns about maybe activity that's going on in the account. Perhaps you've started to act a little funny in one-on-one meetings with your financial advisor. Perhaps we've had troubles reaching you. Or if we need to confirm some details, like do you have a power of attorney that we can call because we do have these other suspicions.
So a power of attorney actually has control over affairs. Does a trusted contact have those same rights?
A trusted contact has no ability to pick up the phone, call your advisor, transact in the account, ask for withdrawals, change banking information, change your address or anything. It's purely like an emergency contact is the best way to think of it. Break glass in case of an emergency. If we have concerns, it's somebody we can reach out to see if we are the only ones noticing these suspicious activities, these suspicious actions that you may be taking, or in the worst case scenario, if we can't reach you. So if we've made multiple attempts to try and get a hold of you for some important issue, but for whatever reason, unusually, you're not calling us back in a prompt manner, we'll reach out and say, hey, is there new contact information for our client?
Right, so it's a bit of a wellness check as well.
Exactly.
So some of these situations that happen, there must be some pretty good stories there that you can share.
Oh, I don't know if they're good stories, really kind of sad stories, to be honest. I mean, nobody wants to see anybody being taken advantage of, but from time to time, individuals do fall victim to scams. Whether it's, we've seen in the news, things like the love scam, things like an overseas individual that's reached out to you purporting to be your love interest going forward.
Right.
Or the grandchild scam is the latest one, where somebody pretends to be your grandson, granddaughter, niece, nephew, is in jail in some small town somewhere, and they need gift cards to get them out of jail. We come across those situations, or even worse, family members. That seems to be a relatively new issue that's popping up more and more, is where you get family members squabbling over mom and dad's assets. So you've got children now that are not acting in their parents' best interest.
So if you have some of this suspicious activity going on, the financial institution, if they're not getting the answers they want out of the client, they might contact the trusted contact just to say, hey, we have some concerns, check in, is everything all right?
Exactly. Have you noticed these same types of situations, or has somebody new sort of come into the individual's life that's now taking charge of their financial affairs? It could be a caregiver, for instance. We've had an instance where we had concerns about a caregiver withdrawing too many funds from the account. So it's not like it's one sort of thing that's strange. It's usually repeated behavior before we would pick up the phone and reach out to a trusted contact to ask them, hey, are you noticing these things? Is there somebody else we can talk to raise these concerns with?
Well, as we get older, there's a higher chance we might start to lose our marbles. Is that a reason you would reach out to a trusted contact?
Oh, definitely. I mean, if you look at the statistics, I think it's something like 76,000 Canadians a year are assessed with dementia. So that's quite a sizable portion of the population every year that's being diagnosed with dementia. So again, it's not one instance where, Sybil walks in and she says something kind of off or forgets some details about a conversation we had the other day. It's usually a few instances that we've picked up on where before somebody would reach out and say, hey, something funny is going on here. Maybe I'll just reach out and confirm if anybody else has noticed these same
things.
Exactly.
Now, hopefully people have a power of attorney set up before that happens, because that is also a really good thing for everybody to have set up. But doing that wellness check, making sure everything's okay. If everything is not okay, then you can take the right steps to make it okay.
Definitely. And most financial firms, financial advisors, they do try to proactively find out if you have a power of attorney, so that should the situation arise and somebody comes knocking on the door holding the power of attorney, they're already familiar with that individual, or at least aware that that individual has been named with the power of attorney. In instances, though, where we haven't received a power of attorney, we may be asking those questions of the trusted contact. Are you aware of who's in the individual support group that we can reach out to? And that could be somebody like a power of attorney above and beyond immediate family members that we may not be in regular contact with.
Now, having a trusted contact in addition to a power of attorney is probably a good idea in case the power of attorney is taking advantage of the individual.
As the trusted contact, you shouldn't name the power of attorney as the trusted contact. You should avoid situations like the trading authority being named as the trusted contact, or even somebody with a financial interest in your account. It's always best if it's somebody more at arm's length with no inherent conflict of interest in the situation.
So where do people go to set up a trusted contact?
So as part of the account opening process, financial firms will ask you if you'd like to provide a trusted contact. They'll also, during their regularly scheduled reviews with clients, ask them at that point in time if they haven't provided one, if they would like to provide one, or if there's been a change to the trusted contact and they would like to name somebody else.
Rob, thank you for being with us today. That was very informative.
Thank you.